Get a pack of Phillies.
You speak English, bitch?
Watch your mouth.
The fuck you say? How the fuck that feel?
Familiar.
This is my home. These streets raised me.
Might get a little crazy out there today.
Media outlets from around the world await a verdict in the Rodney King beating.
Maybe I can bring the sun back up here.
All right, run it for me. Catalytic converters. They need platinum. How much they got in there?
10 million.
You need a miracle to pull this off.
The jury in the Rodney King trial.
A stunning verdict.
The 4 police officers were found not guilty.
You watching the news?
No one minding the store.
This is our window.
You know what scares me? I don't want you to grow up to be like me. It's wild out there to be more safe here.
You're at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Can't control us. You don't own us.
Where's my son?
This is not gonna end well for you.
It's not going well for you.
Watch me as I
I'm gonna obliterate your whole fucking family.
Give me my son.
And if I don't,
Then we got a problem, homie.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Hurt with the NRW, where nerds rule the world, and I'm here with Dylan Arnold, who plays Dennis in the upcoming film 1992, the younger son of Ray Liotta's character Lowell. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We are getting closer and closer to the release on August 30th. How are you feeling as we're kind of inching that way?
I'm feeling great. I'm really excited for everybody to see it. I think it's a really, really wonderful movie. So, yeah, I'm excited for the world to see it.
It was a really fun time. I have to ask this, and I apologize. I know you're probably getting this a lot. But as this being kind of officially Ray Liotta's last film, how are you not only feeling, but what did you take away from this movie working with him?
I mean, I'm feeling very grateful that I got the opportunity to work with him. I mean, he's really one of the best to do it, and this character in particular feels like a very iconic, classic Ray Liotta character. You know, I think he gives another iconic performance. So I'm excited for everybody to see that, but also, yeah, just getting to see how he worked on set, and how he carried himself and the intensity that he brought. I think I learned a lot of things from him. So yeah, I'm just really grateful that I had the opportunity.
Wonderful. Let's talk about Dennis now a little bit. Sorry, I had asked the stereotype question.
Yeah.
Dennis is like the epitome of innocence when it comes to like the thief. We even catch him eating cereal and watching cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like when you first read him?
I mean, I really liked how out of place he felt. I think that he didn't feel like he fit in. He didn't feel like he had the same instincts that his brother or his dad had, but he really wanted to be a part of the family and have the family get along and love each other and be together. So yeah, I really liked how out of place he was, but how much he tried to blend in with the world around him.
And speaking of family, he is also kind of like that essence, that glue that that keeps the family together, so to speak. And that's a major thing. Family on both sides, though some of it's kind of deep down in some trauma. What kind of mindset do you have to get into to play a character like Dennis?
I mean, for me, like, I feel like the family aspect and the love, like, I feel like that's that's inherent to being human, you know what I mean? So I feel like you kind of lean into that and just try to figure out how much love and genuine curiosity you can bring to the character. And then all the private moments where if it works, if it doesn't work, you know, I think that but bringing the innocence and the want for connection was I think the two most important things for me.
Speaking of connection, let's talk about the timeline a little bit. Connecting to the past can be a little bit difficult for a lot of people, and that you're not unaccustomed to working in movies that go back in time a little bit. What was it like going back to 1992, especially during the period of Rodney King?
Yeah, so it was 2 years before I was born. So I kind of got to go and experience that. It was really impactful when we filmed in South Central, and we filmed in those scenes where they were recreating the riots. And I mean, it was pretty surreal. And of course, doing research and about that time, and of course, it was a really intense time and very impactful and very defining for this city. So yeah, getting to go live that and also talk to people who were alive and experienced that, was a really interesting experience.
Did you get any, when you were talking to people, did you get any opinions or thoughts that you weren't expecting?
I'm not so sure if anything that I wasn't expecting, but it was just kind of giving me more context into how it felt. There was this buzz, there was this energy that the city had for days, weeks afterwards. You know, the smoke didn't clear for a long time. So there was just this kind of looming presence for a really, really long time.
Understood. This is just to stay in that kind of same place. What would you like audience to take away from this? It did happen. It's a fictionalized story, of course. It happened during that period. But how would you like the audience to react to what's going on in this place and in this time?
I mean, it is a fictionalized group of people, you know, within a historical event, and I think that it's an opportunity to reflect on your own relationships and how you treat those around you. I think that to think about what happened then and what's happening now, I think that there's a lot of similarities. So yeah, just kind of reflecting on that and thinking about how you treat those relationships that are close to you and how that affects society on a broad scale.
Absolutely. Going into more of the actual day-to-day, this was a very practical film. It was small. You weren't, in a million places. What is it? Do you have more fun being in a more practical setting, even if it is a little bit more gory at times? Oh yeah. I think the practical effects are always more fun because, you get to see it. You don't have to react to something that isn't there. And it just does the job for you. I think that it does so much of the actor's job to be able to be in the actual environment and have it feel like what it must have felt like. So it's always so much fun when you get to kind of enter this beautifully detailed, created world. What was your favorite moment? Like not of course to give anything away, but what is your favorite moment when you came on the set? Honestly, working with Ray and Scott and Tyrese and Christopher, I think that all of them just brought this really lovely energy to it. And I feel like I learned a lot. But then also, getting to film in South Central and see how much they brought the intensity was very surreal. It was very cool. My big question is the costumes, because you have been in some fun costumes in other films and other shows, but this was a very simple setting for you. What do you like doing, like the big and verbose, or do you like the nice and simple and you can just walk on set basically wearing what you're wearing now? I mean, I think there's benefits to each. I think it's pretty great when you just get to feel like you can roll out of bed and go to set. But no, when you have a detailed costume, it really does bring the character to life. But I think even the simple
wardrobe, I think, brings the character to life because it informs you, it's very telling about how someone presents themselves in the clothes that they wear. So it kind of brings that alive a little bit.
Thank you so much, Dylan, for your time. 1992 premieres on August 30th. And thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.